Welcome to Tad Talks with your host, Tad West.
I'm your host, Tad Wester, and this is Tad Talk number 11, baby. We made it. We made it past the 10th episode, and it's God. Thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you to everyone who listens, downloads, YouTube, all that other nonsense. I don't know, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tad F and Western on some of those, Tad Western on just the other ones. Damn, do I feel good. I just got done. Oh yeah, you hear that? Oh, that's my celebratory Corona after doing a fresh round of Tad Fit. I just got home from eating a good dinner. Had a shout out to Coachman in Plainfield. That's my little hometown bar spot where I go chill, have some drinks, and then eat most of the time. But had a nice grilled, actually it was blackened chicken Caesar salad, on point as always. And then I had about 20 beers, and I had 2 beers for dessert. And then I came home and I ran with my pupper, Kona, who has not shit on the floor lately. Kona update, which I know a lot of people want to know what's going on with Kona. He's doing a lot better. He's a good dog. Good fucking dog. Cerveza. Yeah, so went and did a little run. I actually tried out a new Tad Fit exercise tonight. It was a Tad's 40 for 40, and it was where I would drink a 40 and then I would run a 40-yard dash. You're supposed to actually chug the 40, I think, technically, but I'd already had a couple beers, so, no sense in weighing yourself down. So, I drank a little bit of a 40, and then I ran a 40-yard dash with the dog. He won, even though he's on a leash. He beat me. But I didn't throw up tonight, so I'm going to have to do that later, because that's the final point in Tad Fit. I don't know if anybody listens. Well, I'm sure you all listen, but if you remember the last podcast with Kyle, which we had huge ratings on, it was great. Shout out to Kyle for coming up and using me to help him move a pinball machine or something. I don't know what he was getting. But we had a good podcast, had a lot of good reviews on that episode. It's fun to sit down with people from the past and who you did a lot of fun things with, and then just get their perspective on things that happened, especially partying. Because, Tad, he likes to get a little wild and drink too much sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. I used to, at least in the day. Now I like to keep it around, 10, 12 beers. That way I still got my bearings. I don't want to go completely blackout drunk. Plus, it's just a waste of beer after that. But yeah, we episode 10 was great, I think, and actually I know it was great. I don't think anything. Come on, Tad. I'm a little off my game. It's been a while since I did this. I pushed this back a couple days because I was wanting to talk about the national championship game, which came down to Gonzaga and North Carolina, as Tad predicted. Not. Oh, if you remember, I predicted Michigan would go ahead from the Sweet 16 and just win out against Wisconsin. And none of that was true. But North Carolina ended up beating Gonzaga, and it was a shittily called game, from what I hear, especially in the second half, which I didn't watch. Number one, hold on, I gotta take this fucking sweatshirt off. This is a Tad tip right here. If you're doing Tad Fit, make sure you put on layers. That way you burn extra fat by being hot. So yeah, I got a sweatshirt on right now. I gotta take this off. I gotta get comfortable. Oh, Tad's Ranch here. I got sensual candles burning in the background and everything. I'm trying to set the mood. Got the lights dimmed down low. Just trying to make love to my listeners' ear holes. So anyway, fucking UNC Gonzaga. I watched the first half. Gonzaga played pretty well. UNC kept getting lucky with foul calls and everything else. Gonzaga's coach, he freaking loves, I don't know who that referee was, but every time they showed him, he was talking and like patting a referee on the ass. I'm like, dude, you're supposed to be coaching your team, not coaching / hitting on the referees. They're not gonna make any good calls for you. And this was in the first half. I didn't even watch the second half. Apparently, it came down to some shit calls where May had his hand out of bounds or some shit. I don't know. I just see this shit on Facebook. Tab Western don't stay up that late for. Let's have a hey. Here's an idea. Let's have a fucking national championship game, and not start it till 9:30 at night Eastern Standard Time, where the majority of the country lives. Oh no, let's be on California time. And yeah, fuck that. I'm not staying up till midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning to watch a goddamn basketball game. It's bullshit. But yeah, good luck, or big shout out to Roy Williams and UNC for, cutting down the nets. Justin Jackson, from what I was telling, or watching, when I was watching, he was playing his ass off. So, I mean, I always thought he was he should have been like the MVP of the tournament from the games. But he just never touched the ball enough, in my opinion. But he's a good fucking player. So, and then the big fat dude from Gonzaga with the beard, he like kind of just felt like he didn't do shit last night. He was like 0 for 8 when I was watching, so who the fuck knows? I don't know. I'm kind of glad Gonzaga didn't win, because you never hear the fucking end of it. But shout out to UNC and all their fans who are happy they won. I saw they were lighting couches and fire and shit, and some people got burned. Whatever. That's dick move. Don't go lighting shit on fire when you win. Only when you lose. That's why Cleveland's river burned for like 7 years, because they can't win shit. But now LeBron lifted that curse, so big shout out to LeBron. Anyway, what the fuck am I going to talk about? I've got a whole phone full of shit that I need to go over. So yeah, last week after Kona, knock it off with the fucking squeaky toy, you dick. Thank you. Fucking dog's got a squeaky hamburger I bought him, and he loves it. And it's always fucking burger time in this bitch. He just chews on it nonstop. Anyway, last week after TAD 10, me, Kyle, the big MC, and Nicole went out. And we went to Tapper's Arcade Bar, which is down in Fountain Square, kind of, south of downtown Indianapolis. I didn't really know what to expect, but holy shit, it's a fun-ass fucking place to go to. Especially if you're a nerd and like video games, old school style, with like joysticks and shit. But all the like regular games are free, and then pinball's like 50 cents. So, I mean, you can go in there and play video games all night and just drink craft beer and just fucking love yourself. It's awesome. All kinds of old games. The thing about the old games is, though, like, you think they're cool and fun, and then you have like unlimited tokens and just play whatever you want, and it kind of offsets the fun. I'm not gonna lie, because it used to always be, I only have $5 to spend, and let's see how far we can get. At Tappers, it's just like, oh, let's just push the button and keep going. And it kind of sucks, but it's also fun to beat the game. But I think back in the day, it was just more like, oh, I'm on a $5 budget from Grandma, and let's see how far I can get on Time Crisis, which Time Crisis used to be my shit. Had the guns that like automatically cocked and stuff. Then you had the foot pedal where you duck behind the fucking cop cars and shoot the terrorists. That was my shit. I love me some Time Crisis. But yeah, we went Tappers. Tappers was fucking fun. We were there for quite a while. Played some X-Men and some other shit. I got scolded for not using the cup holder on one of the... Oh, and I went to the bar and took a piss. Or not the bar. I went to the bathroom. I didn't go in the bar and take a piss. I wasn't that drunk. But I went to the bathroom and I took a piss and I was in the urinal and I heard some guy and he's like, "Oh my god, they're out of paper towels." And so he's like just sitting there air drying. They don't have like a accelerator, the sweet ass jet engines that dry your hands off. The ones that are awesome that completely blow all the other American standard bullshit out of the water. But the accelerators are the way to go, by the way, if you're building a restaurant or any public bathroom. Just put the accelerators in. Those things are fucking sweet. So this guy's like, "Oh my god, I'm a total germaphobe and all this shit." So I'm sitting there pissing. I got a beer on top of the urinal, right? Like still full. Like I just bought it. I'm sitting there drinking a beer. I don't even flush. I turn around and I was like, "Oh, so there's no paper towels?" And he's like, "No." I was like, "All right, well, have fun air drying." And I just walk out. He's like, you seriously aren't gonna wash your hands?" I was like, "Fuck no." He's like, "Dude, all those games out there got joysticks and shit." I was like, "It's cool, bro. My dick's clean." I was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe that's just dirty. That's dirty." I was like, "Fuck you, asshole. I don't give a shit. I'll pour a little craft beer on my hands and the alcohol will kill it, right?" But that guy, what a germ freak. Number one, being a germ freak and going to an arcade bar, period, where there's going to be people drinking and playing with joysticks. Like, what kind of fucking dipshit are you? There's more shit fecal matter on your cell phone than there is on the toilet seat. Like, come on, dude. Quit freaking out, you little pansy. But then, I mean, what else would you expect from somebody who's hanging out at a fucking arcade bar? Anyway, I like the place. It was pretty fucking cool. I highly recommend it if you're in Indianapolis. Go check it out. And if you're a gay nerd, it's a good place to take a date. So after that, we went down Punch Bowl Social, and I was kind of wanting to bowl or do something fucking athletic after that old school pansy shit, but we didn't. All we did was eat and drink out of a punch bowl, which was probably the gayest thing I did all night. But the drink, I don't know what, it tasted like aloe vera lotion or something, the drink that they made us. And it was supposed to be whiskey something. I don't know what the hell it was, but it was like $48 for a punch bowl. And I'm like, holy shit. And it didn't even taste like there was any liquor in it, but I don't know. Whatever. It was a good time. Their food was actually pretty good. I had a Cuban sandwich there, and it's kind of hard to fuck up a Cuban, but as long, yeah, no complaints from me. I like that place. Pretty good little bar. So after that, we I don't know what the fuck we did after that. Actually, I think Tab blacked out. No, I think we went to Kilroy's and then went bar hopping down off, who knows, Taps and Dolls or some shit, but I don't know. Nothing. I didn't write anything down, so this was a long time ago, by the way. Almost 2 weeks. You hear that? That's Tad's whistle. Oh, shout out to Corona. They're not an official sponsor, but they will be one day. They just don't know it yet. Oh, last week also, before all that bullshit happened, before Kyle came on, because Kyle was kind of last minute guest, but I was like, I always love having guests on. Tad lost a good portion of his thumb in an accident, machinery accident, and my fingernail was gone, and a good chunk of the tip of my finger, my right thumb. So if you see my logo, my Tad emoji logo, you know it's Tad actually commenting, because it's my signature on Facebook or any social media. I will put the cowboy hat smiley face and the Tad thumbs up. But now, about half my thumb's gone, the tip of my thumb. So about, half down to the knuckle, it's gone. It's just completely grinded off. Gonzo. I smashed it and cut it at the same time, so it was a goddamn debauchery when that happened. I was screaming, cursing all over the place. I actually went and drank a beer and took some pain pills. It hurt so bad. And my fingernail fell off, so, that's how Tad Western copes with his pain, pain pills. I put on some country songs, and I drank a few beers, and I coped. And I was like, my life is not as bad as what these country music singers are. So Tad, you get back up on that horse and you pull yourself together, goddammit. That's how I pep talk myself. So yeah, half Tad's thumb's gone, but good news, apparently Tad Western is part gecko. Cause it's growing back pretty quick. And I have a tail now, actually. I was wiping my ass the other day and I was like, why is this piece of turd not like coming off? And then I was like, oh, it's attached. It's just a little tail guy. So yeah, I don't know what the hell I've been eating or drinking. It's probably the salad I've been eating, because I'm on the soup and salad Tad Western diet. So that's why I haven't been giving any Western family recipes lately. I haven't been really eating anything other than salad and soup, which it's all homegrown here on the ranch. Fresh picked lettuce, tomatoes, onions, all that good shit. But anyway, yeah. So Tad's thumb's doing better, if anyone cares. But yeah, I was at the gas station the other day, and I don't know, does this piss you off? Anytime I have a gas station, sometimes I'll go in a gas station, I'll waltz around, buy some trail mix. Speedway has the best trail mix, by the way. It's 99 cents, and it's pretty much all M&Ms and peanuts. So, that's like the best trail mix in the world. And a few sunflower seeds, but you don't get those till the end because they're so tiny and they sit down at the bottom of the pack. But 99 cents Speedway trail mix, you cannot beat. So, anytime I go in a gas station, I'm always looking for this. I never pay attention what gas station I go in. I just, there's pumps, let's go. And then I'm like, inside, I'm like, where's the fucking Speedway? Oh, shit, this ain't a Speedway. So I was at a Speedway. Went and got me some trail mix and some Jack Link jerky. Which, by the way, Jack Link is going downhill. It's just all salt, and I got it peppered, and I'm pretty sure it was nothing but just salt. Like, I'm disappointed in Jack Link. He used to be a stand-up guy who lived the Western lifestyle, but then he went off and hired Sasquatch and all this other bullshit, and his product is just hit the fan. I'm more of a Trapper Joe's kind of guy now, but he's gonna be in real trouble when Tad Western starts drying and age curing his own beef and start putting it out to sell. Small batch, bourbon flavored, primo beef jerky is what Tad Western's gonna be working on. So look out for that. That's on the way. And it will be packaged with one of Tad's premium toothpicks. Because when you eat beef jerky, goddammit, you gotta have toothpicks. That's another Tad tip. You cannot eat beef jerky without having a toothpick. Because that shit gets stuck up in between your grill. And then you'll be walking around with a big piece of fucking meat hanging out of your teeth. Always, if you ever eat beef jerky, make sure you have a toothpick. But I'm at this goddamn gas station, right? Back to the story. At the fucking gas station, get all my shit. I got some beef jerky. I got some trail mix, Speedway trail mix, and then I've got a Arnold Palmer, because those are like 99 cents and they're like 34 ounces. You can't beat a fucking Arnold Palmer. And don't get the knockoff fucking Jack Nicklaus one or whatever. Like, what the fuck? This other company was like, oh, I'm just gonna fucking put another random old golfer on a fucking tea and lemonade, call it a fucking, try to scam you motherfuckers out of a 99 cents. No, get the goddamn Arnold Palmer, the guy who invented the fucking drink. Don't buy the Jack Nicklaus Golden Bear bullshit. Fuck you, Jack Nicklaus. But if they do have the John Daly, buy the John Daly, because that's got booze in it. I guarantee you fucking that. But anyway, so I'm sitting there. I'm ready to check out. And in this there was nobody in this fucking gas station when I'm there. And then I go, turn around, I'm ready to check out. One cash register open and one guy in front of me. I'm like, all right. This guy has 2 Red Bulls. And I'm like, all right, so he's got 2 Red Bulls. This should be pretty quick. Let me ring you up. Speedy Rewards card? Yeah. Scans the Speedy Rewards card. Oh, can I get some cigarettes too? Okay. That'll be... Then he gives him the total. Oh, can I get a couple of lottery tickets too? Okay, so then the guy's got to go get the fuck lottery tickets, come back. That'll be... Oh, man, you know what? I need some Swisher Sweets. Okay. This motherfucker, I stand there, I counted because I was on my phone. I was looking at it. It took this guy 4 minutes to get to where he actually fucking gave him payment to the cashier. 4 fucking minutes I'm sitting there waiting. And the thing that's pissed me off the worst is there's another cash register and a lady behind the cash register, but it's not open. Like, she's completely incapacitated running. She was counting the drawer. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, lady? I'm paying with a credit card. Just let me get by this, dude. I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. I don't like being in gas stations. I watch Cops. That's where 90% of Cops takes place, is in fucking gas stations. I know. I try not to spend any time outside my car at a gas station because bad shit happens. You're more likely to die at a gas station than you are getting ate by a shark. 100% true. So anyway, this fucking asshole, he's sitting there. 4 minutes goes by. And then, this son of a bitch fucking picks up his shit and walks behind the counter and goes and clocks in. This motherfucker is a fucking employee, and he's taking 5 fucking minutes to check out at the cash register. And then he goes to the cash register. Oh, can I help somebody else? Because this time there's a fucking line for him, and there's like 6 other people behind me. And I'm like, God damn it. This is bullshit, people. Fucking pissed me off. But then again, he does work at a gas station. So, like, God. Don't you hate that shit? Motherfuckers that just wait in line and buy lottery tickets for 40 fucking minutes while you're just like, I came here for a Gatorade. I'm trying to get the hell out of here. I'm hungover. I don't want to be in a goddamn gas station at 7 o'clock in the morning. While your broke ass in here spending your life savings on fucking scratchers. Hey, I won $500 last week on a scratcher on a number 17. I don't give a fuck. You probably spent $7,000 trying to win that $500, you bitch. If you're gonna play the lotto, put $1 down on the fucking Power Mega Millions or some shit and just cross your fingers. That's the way to go. So anyway, that really pissed me the fuck off. I hate fucking gas stations. Jesus Christ. That's why I always try to fuel up. I'm gonna buy a Tesla. I'm just over this shit. I try to ride my horse or drive a Tesla, and that's it. I'm sick of fucking gas stations. They piss me off. Piss me off to no end. So then, what other stories I got going on? I saw a guy shooting up insulin at the bar the other night. It's kind of a sad and like wake up kind of thing. I'm like, damn. It's like, that dude's old. I'm kind of having these thoughts. I'm like, man, I don't want to be this old dude. I don't want to get old. Like, I'm like noticing old guys walk all crippled and crooked and shit. You know, they like blew out a knee back in the day, and they're just like, no, Tad Western ain't never getting old. Tad Western's gonna die young and leave a pretty corpse. Either that, or I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna be cryogenically frozen. That's what. If I do die, I want my ashes spread in the White River. But if I don't die, I want to be cryogenically frozen. All right? So just put that out there. But yeah, dude shooting up insulin at the bar. I was just like, man, what the fuck? That's got to suck. And like, he just pulled out a fat roll too and shot it in it, like right at the bar. I was like, man, that's crazy. But like, what do you say to that dude? I wasn't gonna say shit about it. But I will on my podcast when he's not here. Oh, my fucking refrigerator. I had a big refrigerator scare. I got a bunch of wild game and meat in my freezer, and my refrigerator wasn't working. It had fucking come to find out it had frozen over and went into like defrost mode and was trying to defrost, but it was all fucked up. So I had to, this was actually I think it was a day or two after Kyle left, because I didn't have any ice. Because Tad Western never has ice. I just keep the refrigerator super cold, but I never drink anything outside of a beer can or beer bottle, so no point in putting beer on ice. But my refrigerator went out, and so I had to did a little researching first before I freaked out and tore it all apart. Turns out, just some ice, some water had frozen and gotten to a certain little spot, and I went and chipped it out with a knife, and turns out it's colder than ever now, so that was a good one for Tad Western being a man. I also, this is a good one. I was driving through the west side of Indianapolis the other day, kind of over by Long's Bakery, if you guys know where that's at, or by the White River. And Washington Street, I think, or 16th, I don't know, somewhere kind of over by the Speedway. I kind of rolled. I don't know if anyone else does this, but I really don't pay attention to crosswalks. I kind of just roll through them, and this is a stoplight, so I'm kind of rolling up, and then all of a sudden, out of my corner of my eye, I see this lady, and she's like stepping out in the crosswalk, like walking across the road, and she's kind of like, I mean, she looked fucked up. I'm sure she was. And she's like, you about hit me. And like, I could tell she's doing all this bullshit with her hands. Turns out, once she turned her head and like fucking started flipping, like flicking her wrist and shit at me. No, it wasn't a lady. It was some fucking crackhead dressed up in drag with a wig and fucking heels. Wig was halfway fucking falling off. That's the way I knew it was a dude. And he had a mustache, like a 5 o'clock shadow. I was like, this dude's been out sucking dick out here by the Speedway for crack rocks. And probably this was at like 7:30, probably 7 o'clock in the morning. So, you know, it was a rough night for that dude. But walking in heels and like stumbling all over the place. I don't know if you've ever seen a crackhead dude wear heels. I'm talking like 6-inch stilettos too. They were red. Matched his lipstick, which was smeared on his cheek. So I probably should have just hit him and put him out of his misery, but I wasn't going fast enough. Almost hit a crackhead. So that was a Tad story. Quick Tad bit. Also, I don't know if anybody saw my my Instagram post from over the weekend, but yeah, I'm a bumbler. I like to get on Bumble and, you know, swipe around a little bit, you know. And then sometimes I will explore the waters of Tinder, which, if people don't know, you have Tinder, which is big name, which everyone knows what Tinder is. But the quality of product on Tinder is pretty much Sam's Choice, or it's a knockoff brand. And you go to Bumble, and it's pretty much grade A prime meat. You know, so you'll have your, you know, Mountain Lightning on Tinder, and then you'll get the full Mountain Dew on Bumble. That's probably a good way to put it. But on Bumble, it's classy because the ladies go first, you know. It's chivalry. People say chivalry is dead, but I like to think Bumble's keeping it alive with the ladies. The ladies get to choose who they get to talk to. So I was out of swipes on Bumble, and that was within a 100-mile radius, I believe, or whatever it was set on. So I went to the old Tinder, and I started swiping. And sure enough, the swipe methods on Bumble and Tinder are completely different. On Bumble, you just swipe up to view more pictures of your so-called date or whoever, the chick you're looking at. And on Tinder, if you swipe up, it super likes the person. So on my first picture, it was person. I didn't even know if it was a guy or a girl. I assume it was a girl, but it was a person dressed up as Spider-Man in a Spider-Man costume. And I'm like, more pictures. So I swipe up, and then it said super like, and I was like, oh fuck. I mean, that could be a fucking midget, for all I know. A midget dude. Not that there's anything wrong with midget dudes, but it's not really what I like in my Tinder inbox. So I'm like, shit. So I go check out this picture of this so-called Spider-Man. Turns out to be a woman, which was good. But also turned out to be a, let's just say, she was a little hefty, and she had a nose ring. And not too attractive. I'd say she was probably about a 2 after a case of beer. So yeah, I super liked her. She hasn't messaged me yet, though, and I'm not going to message her, because I probably should apologize, though, because she was probably like, holy shit, this smoking hot stud with a cowboy hat super liked me. Because you know my profile pictures, like me holding my shirt up and half my six-pack showing. I got my cowboy hat tilted down. I'm like, yeah, baby. I bet you can't ride me for 9 seconds. And, I mean, that's my fucking Tinder profile and Bumble. But, whatever. So, she was probably more than happy than me. You know what? I'm going to start just swiping right on all the fatties anyway, just to make their day, that someone as hot as Tad Western would find them attractive. So anyway, that's what I do for fun when I'm bored. Oh shit, my candle's about to burn my studio down. Don't leave your, Apparently there's a draft in here, and my blinds were blowing right into flames, so that's not good. Anyway, what the fuck else is going on in Tad Western's life? I've got some major announcements coming up as far as tadwestern.com, Tad Western Empire. I put a poll out last week, who would buy a t-shirt for $69.99 if I autographed it? And a lot of people are like, oh, Tad, that's pretty expensive, but I don't know if you could. I said, no. That would have been limited edition, signed. $69.99 is nothing. Especially since Tad has carpal tunnel, and I'll only be able to sign so many t-shirts in my lifetime. So if you get a Tad Western autograph, you might as well just hang on to it, because it's going to be worth millions, if not billions. But I got some Tad gear coming, some sample shit, and I think I'm going to unveil that at Jeremiah Morals, the Libertarian, I don't know what the fuck he calls himself now, the Libertarian boss hog or some bullshit, I don't know. He's a good dude, love him to death, and I love his fishies more. But he's throwing a big party this weekend, supposedly, and I still don't know if I'm going, but I may go. But yeah, I'll be there. I'll probably be there. Jeremiah, so shout out. You can check me down, RSVP'd, via the podcast. So anyway, I got gear coming. I ordered a bunch of sample shit for see if people will not buy. I know everyone will buy Tad Western gear, and they'll support whatever I put out. But I just wanted to make sure the quality and the control was up to Tad Western standards, because I'm not one of these motherfuckers who just, I'm not gonna print 1,000 t-shirts, 2,000 t-shirts, 3,000 t-shirts, and then come and get them and find out that the company just shit a brick and used some bullshit Taiwanese half-ass fucking garment. Like, no, I gotta have like Hanes beefy tees that are fucking, they feel good, maybe some microfiber fucking Tad Western embroiled towels for my people. Like, if you're buying my shit, it's gotta be top of the line, because Tad I don't fuck around with knockoff bullshit. All I do is A+. That's all Tad Western does. It's like this podcast. It's A+. That's all you get from Tad. That's why I only do it once a week, so I can just have the best of the best. I could do a podcast every day. Hell, I could probably talk for 3 hours a day if I wanted to. But you wouldn't be getting the best Tad. I like to combine it into one just 45-minute ball of awesome for your fucking commute home from work. So thank you to the listeners, and be on the lookout for all the Tad gear, the fucking Tad's terrific toothpicks. The Tad Western whiskey will be coming soon. I was actually down making some moonshine this past weekend, actually. So, which is going to be, I may just make Tad Western moonshine and just sell that to you guys for like, I don't know what the price would be. I don't know what, but I was running still for about 12 hours on Saturday. It's pretty fun shit. Turned out to be pretty good product. But I'm a believer in that we can always do better. So I am not going to put out Tad Western whiskey until I don't put my name on a product unless it's perfect. That's what I'm trying to get at. So be on the lookout for that, though. It is in the works. I'm trying to think what else happened this weekend. Oh, I just watched some basketball. The basketball games were fun. I love the NCAA. My bracket got busted, though. Everyone knows that. Oh, speaking of back to the basketball. Frank Martin, the coach of fucking the Gamecocks, which I don't know why they don't say their mascot more often. Like, if you watch a Hoosier game, it's like the Indiana Hoosiers, the Hoosiers, the Hoosiers. The Hoosiers are 6 and 7. They never say the Gamecocks. Like, you have the best name in all of college basketball. The Gamecocks. Like, that's your mascot. Like, why are they not announcing this shit? When Tad Western announces games, I'm all for sexual innuendos and everything else. I'm trying to get thrown off the air because it makes a story, baby. That's how you get famous. Oh, the Lamecocks. Or, just the announcer should be more with it. That's all I'm saying. But Frank Martin, the coach of the Gamecocks, try to stay on point, Tad. He has the biggest goddamn nose I've ever seen. The microphone I am talking to is the size of one of his nostrils. Frank Martin's nose. Look it up. I don't know how Jewish the last name Martin is, but his nose is so fucking big. He's got to be Jewish. It's huge. His nose is fucking huge. That was Tad's observation during the Gonzaga game. Which they kind of got fucked too in that game, but whatever. I don't really care anymore. I didn't fill out a bracket this year for that exact reason. This may be a short episode. No, this ain't going to be short. I can talk for another 10 minutes. Oh. You know what that sound is? That's the sound of me just now opening my second bag of ultra-thin pretzel sticks. The Tad Western Salty Sticks. I told you fuckers about this like a month and a half ago, and I just now bought another bag of these things. I told you there was 4 billion pretzel rods in a bag. I lied. There's at least 5 billion. Because this is my first new bag since that was on like episode 5. But these things are the shit. And it took me a half hour to figure out which ones they were at the store today. Because I told you, all the bags are brown, and all the labels are blue, and you can't ever fucking tell just by glancing at the packaging, what type of pretzel you're getting. So, but go out and try to find you some of the super ultra thin salty snacks. Tad Western approves of them. They're fucking great. And hell, buy the knockoff brand if you can. Because they're probably better. I bought some knockoff brand Flamin' Hot Cheetos the other day. Holy shit. I don't know if they were as good as the Flamin' Hot Cheetos, but they were definitely spicier. And my toilet bowl is proof of how red the fucking, the red sauce, the red dust they put on it that's so flaming hot. Yeah, I stained my toilet bowl because I ate a whole bag of them in one sitting because you can't stop eating Flamin' Hots. I don't care what anybody says. Flamin' Hots are the most addictive food on the planet because if you stop eating them, your mouth burns. It just burns. There's no getting rid of it. You have to go brush your teeth and drink like 5 gallons of milk. But I don't drink milk. So I can drink like 5 gallons of beer and it still won't do anything. Or I can just eat the whole bag and then I'll take a shower and I'll just put my mouth underneath the shower head and just let the water, cold water, rinse my mouth out. That's how you get rid of the Flamin' Hot dust. But then the worst part is, I don't know if anybody else has this problem with Flamin' Hot Cheetos or Flamin' Hot knockoff Cheetos, but once you get the dust, it's all over your fingers. There's like no good way to get rid of it. And then your nose starts running because you're eating the Flamin' Hot. They're super hot, right? So then you start like just subconsciously scratching at your face and like wiping your nose or wiping your eyeball because you're crying a little bit. You got a little tear coming out because they're hot. Getting that dust in one of your mucous membrane sockets is like fucking death. I don't know how many times Tad Western's been drunk and fucking just went and like wiped my nose with my finger or, scratched at my contact in my eye and just started screaming bloody murder because I got flaming hot lava dust in my eyeball. Oh my God, that's the worst shit ever, people. That's another Tad tip. Do not. Make sure you wash your hands thoroughly after eating Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Even regular Cheetos. Hell, you don't want that. You don't want the orange cheese in your eye. That'll just make for orange eye burgers when you wake up in the morning. Does anyone still get those? I get eye boogers all the time. When I wake up in the morning, that's the best part of waking up, is eating your eye boogers. Everyone says breakfast is so important. I'm like, yeah, it is. I wake up, I go to the mirror, I was like, oh, there's a good size one. Eat that motherfucker. Keeps my immune system pumped through the roof. Because all that nasty shit, my eyelashes have been, keeping out of my eyeball through the night. All the dust and all the nasty germs and shit all go down in the little eye booger. And once you get the booger, you eat that shit and it goes down into your immune system. And your antibodies gang up on it and fight it. And they fight it and they become stronger. So remember, kids, eat your eye boogers and eat your regular boogers. And you won't have to go to the doctor like Tad Western. And keep your blood alcohol level above 0.08. Because nothing bad can live in your body or your blood if you keep your alcohol level above 0.08. So, I'm full of Tad's tips. I don't know what else I can tell you. Oh, God, this has been a hell of an episode. So, I want to thank everybody for listening and checking out tadwestern.com and subscribing to iTunes for listening on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, whatever the hell you listen to on. Following on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Thank you, everybody, for helping me get to 11 episodes. I appreciate it. You are my great. I envy you people who put up with listening to me every week. And just be on the lookout for new shit Tad Western does. There are big things in the works. And remember, kids, keep them holstered and rush, unless you're ready for a shootout. Pew, 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 pew.
Hill Station, the only all-white crew. Hill Station, just 3 white dudes. Hill Station, the only all-white crew. Hill Station, just 3 white dudes. DJ Weasel, rapping Caucasian, white boy, 1/3 of Ville Station. Singer turned rapper, white like Casper, Brad Pitt, Yeah, inglorious bastard. See me at a party, I'm white boy plastered. White boy rhymes, yeah, I got this shit mastered. Who's a state native, rep for basketball. I just shoot 3-pointers, I can't dunk it all. Bill station, you know we in here. White boy ballin' like Austin Crozier. White boy crazy, white boy lazy, Superman. Yeah, this white boy amazing. White boy, I golf like Tiger Woods. White boy from a suburban neighborhood. White boy, I ride 4-wheelers. White boy, like Mike Jackson after Thriller.
Bill Station, the only all-white crew. Bill Station, just 3 white dudes. Bill Station, the only all-white crew. Bill Station, just 3 white dudes.